Hey, Randy Joe here, and welcome back to the channel where if you've been following, we have been listening to the entirety of Björk's discography from the beginning onwards. Of course, we kicked off the series with Vespertine, which I know was not her first LP, but it was my first foray into Björk through a series I did called Art Pop April. And then we went back to debut, and we've been going on onwards, just to quickly catch you up. However, if this is not the first time you're following, then you know that the next record we are covering is a big one. In fact, some might say it's her biggest record or her best record, and that, of course, being her 1997 record, Homogenic. And before we really get into this thing, one last thing I'd like to say is that if you want to see the full, unedited reaction to not only Homogenic, but Vespertine, debut, post, every Björk album going forward, as well as any other video I'll be doing on this channel, check the Patreon, which is linked in the description down below. For $5, you get all my unedited content completely unedited. So please, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. It's all going to be there day of the release as these videos. Anyway, back to the main video here. Now, typically, when you see Björk's, best record brought up in online discussions, it's always going to be Homogenic or Vespertine. However, you might see the odd person say maybe Post, which, is certainly warranted, because after I listened to that in the last video, I've really grown very fond of it, and I could definitely see it being one of, if not my favorite, Björk record. It is a phenomenal album. But today, like I said, we're checking out Homogenic, which is 10 tracks, 43 minutes, 32 seconds. So pretty typical length for a record. I know she gets a lot more experimental on this one after what she did on Post, really kind of taking the ideas on debut and I feel like pushing them to their limits and polishing it in a way that was much more unique and interesting. Whereas Homogenic, from what I gather, is a bold leap into a new direction. Kicking it off here is Hunter. Right off the bat, quite meditative. Ooh. Such a deep, kind of gnarly bass line there. Her vocals, too. Very alien and manipulated. Ooh, I like the clarity coming through here. The production, sharp as ever, and these strings. Oh my god, quite a cinematic feel to them. I'm sorry for pausing it. Wow, this is a beautiful piece of work. Such a growing, just gorgeous, swelling atmosphere, as well as her vocals coming to a full clarity and belting it out in a way that I feel is probably her most, I would say, powerful yet that we've heard in order of the discography. Just very upfront. This is an enveloping track. So you left me on my own. I'm going hunting. Incredible atmosphere, by the way. Just, here it comes. She is the hunter. really feel this one, you know, it's such a spiritual experience here. I love the percussion, so skittery and metallic in sound. What a opening this one was. Incredible opening. Let's go to Joga, I believe the name is. Hunter, incredible opening. What more can I say? Cinematic, beautiful. Those strings really just elevating things to another, level. What a track. What a track to kick it off. Wonderfully produced as well, as expected. Let's just keep going. Joga. I love the string work as well. It's really setting a kind of medieval tone on this one almost. The clarity of her voice on this one, so angelic, so beautiful. Don't really feel like there's any effects here to distract. Just from the sheer beauty of her voice, I feel like she's putting full display of her vocals. And she is, and I don't say this lightly, she is one of the best female vocalists I have ever heard, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think she really is up there as one of the greatest top 10 vocalists, perhaps of all time. Maybe a bold statement. However, if you're watching this video, I highly doubt you would disagree because, I mean, come on. Oh, and I love the electronic elements on this record. The way they just ever so easily slide in. Oh. Not sure what that instrument is in the background there. Maybe some sort of synth, but it's funky. Getting slides in funky there. That deeper. Love that. Oh my god. This is getting crushing. Yeah, very industrial-like tone. Love the way, the direction this is going in. Oh, we're ascending. What a massive outro this really feels like it is. Such a transitional climax. Holy cow. We're only on track 2. We're only on track 2. And I gotta say, back-to-back bangers, perfect, incredibly just well-crafted, perfect tracks back-to-back. This is a powerful, powerful record right off the bat. She is not holding back whatsoever. There's no gradual, kind of build up on this record. she's throwing you right into the deep end, and I am here for it. I'm loving it. Let's go into Unravel. Just where can it go? Love the see like this, you know, the classier, almost kind of like human instrumentation. Greatly contrasted with elements like that, the very electronic, futuristic elements. This one's quick in its pacing. I love the gradual tempo of this one. This is like an abstract kind of track on heartbreak, it would seem. Her heart being broken here, turned into a ball of yarn, having to make new love. I'm not too sure. Maybe about a sense of long distance. Nice gradual, beautiful track. Love the, again, the kind of very human instrumentation mirrored by the very techno-induced, futuristic-induced elements. Incredible. Great pacing, too. 3 minutes flies by with ease. Here is Bachelorette Family Tree version. Not sure what that one is. Transitions right from that last track. Okay. How much we're triumphant feeling right off the bat. Bum bum. Love that bum bum, you know? Okay, okay. We're splashing right into this. What a crunchy, dense instrumental this is. Oh my god, this thing is full of flavor, beautiful, gorgeous. Very dense in its arrangement too. Like the layering here. Oh. A very kind of like rigid instrumental too. Everything feels so hard hitting, so like sudden shifting in its tone. Just wow. This thing is every track here has been knocking me just off my feet here. I can't even wrap my head around the instrumentals, the production. Vocally, you know, I feel like this is the most abstract I've ever heard her lyrically get. I cannot pull too much meaning from them, at least not without looking too deep into it. But I mean, just hearing what I'm hearing, this thing is really, I feel like, the furthest I've heard her go. And so catchy, so fun. Okay, the strings are back. That is... Wow. Oh my god, what a pummeling album this has been. Every track incredibly layered. That one is probably the maybe the catchiest of the bunch so far. Just like mammoths of sound, each one of these is in a completely different way from the last. I'm speechless. Here's All Neon Like. I don't know why there's a stark drop off in streams. Maybe these were all singles. I don't know. But hey, let's keep the good times going. Let's keep it going. This is a work of art. I haven't heard an album that has just hit me this hard in a while. I'm not even paying attention to the length of these tracks because they just go by like nothing, you know? Okay. Quite distorted here. Definitely not what I expected. Cocoon, a little teaser of what's to come on Vespertine. By the way, maybe a hot take. Best track on Vespertine is Cocoon. Sorry if you disagree. I'm saying it here though. Love that track. Let's keep going. What a kind of playful little distorted beat. It's like a cycling, like crickets, an alien-like effect. This one's quite a an interestingly disjointed sort of instrumental. I feel like it does not feel as gradual or structured as some of the other tracks. Nothing against that, just an observation. Just kind of an interesting kind of structure. More I guess unstructured. A cold sound on this record too. Oh. Okay. Thought that was about to solo away. I love this main chunky beat here. It's very sudden, it's very abrupt. Oh. Certainly, of the batch so far, I would say structurally the most unconventional. This whole album is pretty unconventional in terms of its sound, but I feel like, you know, the others, at least there is a kind of gradual and kind of rising element to them that I feel like is fairly graspable, to the common man. But All Neon Like, certainly less structured, maybe more meandering in tone. But I liked it. I liked how chunky it sounded, how cold it sounded. Let's keep it going. 5 years is this one. Everything on this record feels very crushed and a low bit. That getting noisy. This is bold. This is very bold. That opening minute is going to make people either, become a huge lifelong fan or never want to hear a record of yours ever again. I feel like that's the kind of divisive nature opening up a track like that is. Definitely the most experimental she's gotten as this album that I've heard. That I agree with. This one's powerful, but also lyrically, I think she's kind of challenging a man here, challenging her significant other, really saying that nobody can quite handle just what she brings to the table. Very confident, very powerful. I'm here for it. Bit of a kind of dominating energy. I like the direction this is going in. Exploring the softer side. Oh. She is pleading. Incredible vocal performance. Björk, please. Beautiful. Powerful, hungry, distorted. And these strings. Oh. Oh, a release. A sense of ease. This is quite a claustrophobic mix. Okay, we're gonna transition to something that sounds absolutely gorgeous here. I can already tell. From something that was kind of nightmarish, crunchy, also just gorgeously confident, beautiful, powerful, hungry, enveloping. I've said it multiple times in this video, I feel like already, but I'm saying it again. This is the best track. I feel like I said that for all the other tracks. 5 years though, might be the I don't even know which is the best. But 5 years, I loved it. What a jam. Let's go into Immature, which is just right off the bat. Ooh, repeating this kind of sweet ambience, this atmosphere. Okay. Glimmering. Continually speaking on love, of course. Love the sample work on here. I don't know if that's her own sample that she's using here, but that repeating sort of glimmery, shimmery sort of atmosphere is quite sweet, quite beautiful. On top of that, here, I think, again, continually speaking on love like she tends to, and here kind of suggesting that maybe there's a void in her that she's just trying to fill, maybe a loneliness that she's trying to replace with this man, and realizing that it's just not that simple. But boy, do we get a banger out of it. I love when she gets that throaty growl. Delicately placed. I guess it's shocking that this is the lowest streams on the album to me, only because that might be the prettiest track here. It was quite a gorgeous track, but here's Alarm Call. I love that last one. Oh, right into the heavy mixing. This one's funky. The funkiness of this one feels sort of retro in tone. Also completely random. Reminds me of the Sims Bustin' Out soundtrack. Random pull from my childhood memories. Oh. Kind of it's the trip hop elements, but it's also kind of hip hop in tone. It has that's hard hitting 90s hip hop flair. I think it's that main snare there. I think it's a snare. That clap. Ooh, love the layering of the vocals. You look like a Buddhist on the cover there, Björk. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Okay. This one's really going in every direction here. We're getting more deeper there. I love the kick of this one. Also, what a jam. Alarm Call. That was the jammiest, the most fun this LP has ever gotten. What a groove. What a just banger. What a dance track. Pluto. This is before Pluto lost its ranks as the planet, stripped of its brand. Maybe, but is it gonna get spacey here? I wonder. Maybe we're gonna get a little. I was gonna say maybe a little. I thought we were gonna get ethereal here. Instead, we're getting what is like a fax machine. Okay. Death grips much. I see the vision. Another banger on our hands. Oh my god, oh my god. Aggressive. What a pummeling instrumental this one is. I'm sweating because it's such a banger we got on our hands. I love that. Those oohs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No words? Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Pluto. Um, that was the most extreme this record has ever gotten. I love it. I could see why some people won't. It's certainly the noisiest I have ever heard Björk get, and it's definitely the noisiest this record gets. And it's not for everyone. It's certainly very experimental. But for someone like myself, who is currently mourning the loss of Death Grips, by the way, R.I.P. That Pluto, right up my alley. Here's All Is Full of Love, the final track. Maybe this will be our descent into something more pretty to close it out, or maybe it'll blindside me like that last one did. This one's nice, soft, kind of heartbeat. Oh, a bit of an Eastern influence. A nice, sweet, loving come down. Kind of leading to the themes of Vespertine, maybe? A much more wholesome approach. Receiver, little wordplay. Ooh, very alien-like effects. And that continual, the warm murmur of a heartbeat. That pulsating. What a sweet, luscious closer. Wow. Beautiful, just serene closer to end off a record that is quite aggressive and just like all-encompassing power throughout. I like the nice Eastern influences too that kind of came in as well into the mix. Those instruments feeling quite shimmery, and also kind of leading into some of the more wholesome love themes of a Vespertine, which, I mean, from debut, she was already delivering on in the thematic department. But Homogenic overall, I gotta say, I'm gonna use Vespertine as a point of reference. It's the first record of Björk's I ever heard last year during Art Pop April. which made me want to check out, of course, the rest of her discography. But Vespertine came out after Homogenic, and I gotta say, these two records, Homogenic to Vespertine, feel like sibling records in a sense, in the way that Vespertine is so beautiful, so luscious, so serene and subtle. Key element I would actually say of Vespertine is the subtlety that comes through. Homogenic, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. It's abrasive, it's in your face, it's loud. It's not at all sweet in the same way. It's like a rough, vigorous, manhandling, and quite dominating in nature. Some of these tracks, thematically, feeling like she is really taking hold of you on some of these. All in all, though, I gotta say, Homogenic, beautifully produced, gorgeously produced. Her best production, actually, perhaps I would even say. I mean, Vespertine, I guess I still love it. Love Post, obviously, but right off the bat, I do think Homogenic is her most instantly gratifying record. It definitely feels like the one that hit me the hardest on a first listen. I would not be surprised if this ends up being my favorite of her records. I do feel like upon hearing it for the first time, I might even go as far to say that this is a perfect record, because there's not a single track here I disliked. I loved every track here. The lowest streamed was Immature, and even that kind of shocked me, given the fact that it does feel perhaps a little bit more accessible of these tracks. Although I guess in Björk terms, accessible is still pretty inaccessible to the masses. But Homogenic, all in all, is a incredible, beautiful record that honestly was just super catchy, funky, noisy, abrasive, sweet, delicate, angry, just everything. This is a very just all-encompassing record. I feel like we got the full spectrum here, and I loved it. I heard Hunter and thought that was an incredible opener, and I actually, to be completely honest with you, thought that it would not necessarily maintain that level of quality, but it does. The entire record does continually stay on that high level. Just incredible. But that does it for listening to this record. If you like the video, please hit like and subscribe to listening to more Björk records alongside myself. Of course, her next LP, we're going to be going past Vespertine. Like I said, I've already done that one. Check it out if you haven't already. But we'll be going into her next record, which I believe is Medulla, if it's not. I think that's how it's pronounced. And as well as if you're interested in unedited videos of my reactions, Björk, Pink Floyd, every other series that I will do in the future, every new album that comes out this year, my unedits are on my Patreon. It is $5 a month. A little bit of a fee, but it's the best way I can get around the copyright system here. And also, I obviously don't make anything from these videos, so $5 is just a small fee to watch every video of mine completely unedited. So if that sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and check it out on the Patreon, linked in the description and in the comments. I'll throw it down there just to be sure. But yeah, Homogenic, Björk, love it all. Let's get into the next record. I'm excited for Medulla. But as always, my name is Randy Joe. I appreciate you watching, and I'm signing off.